98.7 FM, AM 1580, WLIJ. And here's our first community bank small business spotlight. Benny Pulley in studio this morning with Miss Lisa from Bell Buckle Coffee Shop and Book Swap, and Miss Tina from the Welcome Corner and Briar Rose Herbs and Teas. Good morning, everybody.
All right.
Morning.
Thank you, Brian. We're here today with First Community Business Spotlight on small business, and we're just going to talk to a couple of ladies from Bell Buckle. And I know both these ladies. I've known them for a long time. So Lisa from the Bell Buckle Coffee Shop and Book Swap, and the Welcome Center and Briar Rose Herbs and Teas. So how are you ladies doing this morning?
Good.
Good.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Now, Lisa, these are some hard questions I'm going to ask you. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Chicago, moved to Florida for a stint, and then I ended up in Tennessee. Was in property management actually for about 23 years. Moved to Bell Buckle in between there, and then bought the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Well, let me ask you a question. What inspired you to go into the coffee shop business? Now, this is a trick question.
It is. So the trick is because I bought it from Benny.
Yes.
Never go into the coffee shop and say, hey, if you ever decide that you want to sell the coffee shop, just let me know. Because about 9 months later, I got a message from Benny that said, hey, Vicki and I are thinking about retiring. Would you be interested? So I just quit the property management and bought the coffee shop.
That's so hilarious, you know. But it was a great thing. Vicki wanted to retire. Of course, me, I'm still working.
Yeah,
I didn't want to retire. I didn't want to retire, so it was something that she wanted to do. So I asked you, and you did. And I know
I roped you in for an extra 30 days because when we talked about it, it was 2018. And we were coming up on craft fair, and I was not ready to handle craft fair by myself. So part of the sale agreement was that Benny had to stay on for the 30 days to get me through craft fair.
Yeah, because craft fair, if nobody's ever been, they will be lined up out the door.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Probably 30 or 40 deep, trying to get in.
Learn quickly, leave the doors open so they can
because it just kept going open and open, so that's the way we did it. Mm-hmm. But it's a great business. You did add the books.
We did.
And so tell people a little bit about the books and how that works.
So we have, thousands of books. We have a little free library that's outside for when we're closed, but inside we have bookshelves full of books. And generally it's what a book swap, where you bring a book, take a book, but we're in a tourist town, so most people don't walk around with books in their pockets.
Right.
So the locals will furnish us books by the box.
Right.
We have actually had many customers that can't believe that they can take a book with them. Mm-hmm. So a year later, they'll come back and say, hey, I got a book and I wanted to bring one. So they still come back eventually and replace that book that they took with them.
Well, somebody that's never been to your shop, what would be something they can expect when they come in?
Well, we have really tried to push on the Friends vibe. We're kind of like a Friends paired with Mayberry.
Yeah.
Because it is a small town, so we've got a lot of people that will just hang out in there through the day. The couch we added is, of course, a Friends couch. We watch anything that's the retro, as I call it, on TV. Weekends we try to go with all of the cartoons because we get a lot of grandparents that'll bring their kids in and they just sit on the couch and they actually will experience a good vintage cartoon, a classic.
That's the key. I know when we sold it to you, it was all Andy Griffith.
Yes.
The whole time. I don't know how many times we went through the whole season, every season they had,
Yep.
But people would come and congregate and talk about how Bell Buckle reminded them of Mayberry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what are some of the favorites on the customers when they come in? What are some of the favorite things on the menu? I know what they used to be, but I don't know.
Well, and they're really the same. Like as far as the drinks, our caramel macchiato is always going to come in strong. The chai, we added Lotus drinks, which is a plant-based energy drink, and everybody loves those. Those are part of our monthly specials. Our sandwiches, we've expanded the menu since you've had it, but still number one is your chicken salad.
Yeah.
And the Reuben. Those are definitely going to be the two top in what we serve for food, but we do have breakfast all day. And then, of course, sandwiches through the day as well.
Yeah. So what, as far as what makes your coffee shop, I know if it was for me, what makes your coffee shop unique from all the rest of them?
I think it's just, of course, where it is. Bell Buckle is always an extra bonus. And I don't know. It's a place where everybody feels very much at home.
Yeah.
I mean, they will come in, and that couch, they think they're in the middle of their living room, and they will plant themselves there for the day. The customers that have never been there before are always in awe with the train that goes around the coffee shop, and they just experience. It's magical, I think, for a lot of people that will come in there and see that it's different than others where it's not always quiet, it's not always loud, and they just enjoy being there.
Yeah, it is a unique place because, of course, me being there too it's a great community, but the tourists are there all the time.
Yep.
They've never experienced that, and they're not used to that southern hospitality. So when they come in, they're just enjoyed with it.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, we get lots of people that they can't believe how friendly everybody is in town. Everybody they talk to, from just even a local walking in the shop, they're talking to somebody outside, and then they come in, and everybody wants to know their story, and they give them all the information that they need, and probably more than they need sometimes.
It's according to what you ask.
Yes, absolutely, yep.
Yeah, and so I'm going to bring this up just because she meant a lot to me. I know we just lost our favorite poet, Miss Maggie, and she traded with the coffee shop for years and years and years.
Yes.
And I know y'all took good care of her too. So tell me what Maggie meant to y'all there at the thing.
I mean, obviously Maggie was a big part of the town.
Yep.
She was a comic and kept us on our toes.
Ain't no doubt about that.
Especially, I mean, during COVID, we delivered to her 2-3 times a day. You never had to ask who was on the phone when she called.
Yeah.
And she always wanted to know what was going on in town.
Yeah.
So,
honey?
Yes,
There you go.
exactly.
Yes.
Yep. Tell me what's going on in town, and bring me some chocolate when you're headed this way.
Yes.
Yeah, and I watched. I wasn't able to get to the thing because I had some business thing related, but I noticed that her coffin was they made it a Hershey candy bar, because she did buy a lot of Hershey's.
Oh, yes. And they were hidden all over the house.
Oh, yeah. She'd say, Benny, will you go get me some?
She would bribe everybody. And if Hershey's wasn't enough, she wanted us to put Hershey's syrup on top of whatever chocolate we were going to be bringing her as well. So, but she was just a huge part of Bell Buckle, and will be missed dearly.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. And people don't realize that she wrote a lot of stuff for a lot of the country music artists that, Loretta Lynn especially. But there were so many things that she had done for the community. And, she was a big part of the coffee shop for me and for you too. So.
And she, I don't know exactly how many buildings, but how many buildings she actually lived or owned at one point in town. She just kind of moved from building to building.
Right.
And so I think there's a lot of Maggie in a lot of the buildings.
Yeah, I agree with you. And, of course, we all going to miss her, but she did bring a lot of life to Bell Buckle.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And she had that personality that you didn't matter if you didn't even know her, you'd like her.
Yes.
Yeah, she's just that kind of person. So now, Tina, it's your turn. So tell me a little bit about Briar Rose and the Urban Teas. And I know you were, before I think you opened it up, you were doing little classes in the coffee shop. So give me a little idea how you get started and a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I'm Tina Johns. Going on 3 decades of being a registered respiratory therapist, and I'm certified in the science and arts of herbalism for the past 4 years. And I do teach classes at the coffee shop. It started kind of back in 2022. My husband kind of put a challenge before me because I was already making salves and balms and teas and stuff for myself because I have osteoarthritis.
Okay.
And I needed something that didn't make me nauseous or sick, because utilizing over-the-counter medication, having steroid injections, and prescription medication just did not continue to work.
Right.
So as I was taking care of myself, and I am a wife and a mother of a combined family with 6 children.
Oh, wow.
So I had to be creative whenever wounds came up or injuries or something to soothe the cough really quick, in the middle of the night, stores aren't open. And if I didn't have something, I had to come up with something.
Right.
So with that and putting together my skills of nature, I also reached out into my community, and living in Bell Buckle, which you get it right.
You get enough opinions,
And, so in helping out my neighbors, I built up a small apothecary within my house, and that's where the challenge of my husband, he saw how popular it was becoming too, with people accepting natural medicine.
Yeah.
And I said, fine, I'll do this. I'll make a small business. And I joined with Lisa in the Welcome Corner. And I said, hey, let me come in here and, sell this to the community so it's more readily available.
Yeah.
And Briar Rose took off.
That's good. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead, Brandon, we'll go ahead and take our minute break, and we'll be back, and we'll finish up with Tina here.
At First Community Bank, this ain't our first rodeo. We've been helping folks find financial success since 1988, and we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. We put our friends and neighbors first. That means no waiting around and no beating around the bush. Just plain good banking built on lasting relationships. Learn more at firstcommunitybanker.com. First Community Bank. Friends and neighbors first. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
At First Community Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're a true partner in your success. As a local business ourselves, we understand the challenges you face. Whether you're a new startup, a family business, or a growing company, we're here to help offer the tailored financial solutions you need. Looking for a loan, a business checking account that works for you, or expert advice from someone who truly gets it? We're just a call away, ready to support you with personalized service that makes a real difference. At First Community Bank, we believe your success is our success. Join the many local businesses who trust us every day to help them grow. Come see us today or visit firstcommunitybanker.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the First Community Bank Small Business Spotlight, here today with friends from the Bell Buckle Coffee Shop and Book Swap and the Welcome Corner in Briar, Rose, Herbs, and Teas in Bell Buckle. And we got the man for the job because we got Benny Pulley in studio talking with him. Once again, back to Benny Pulley.
All right, now we're going to go back to Miss Tina. We was asking her questions, how, a little bit about herself and what she's doing. But what inspired you to go in with the coffee shop? Basically, it's called Welcome Center, but it's basically the same building. They wouldn't never sell me that building. I tried and tried and tried. As soon as I leave, they sell it to Lisa.
Yeah. That's what COVID will do for you.
But that's okay.
Well, joining with the Welcome Corner and Lisa, the shop itself is very unique on its own. So whenever you start shopping the store before you even get into it. The windows are decorated in such a way, whether it's seasonal or whatever theme of event is going on in the town. And then once you come into the shop, we have combined 3 individual tastes, and which one of them is myself, which is kind of like very straight lines and clean finishes, and then you have Miss Heather, who is our flair and our color, and then Miss Lisa, who has that boho and definitely loves the color blue. So we always have to say, okay, Lisa, we need to pick another color.
It's stationary.
Yeah, and with that, bringing in natural products was easy to do, because there wasn't it wasn't a rigid format in the shop. It was very open to anything and everyone. So bringing in natural products that are handmade, and that's also what the shop is. It's just welcoming and open to everyone. Even men can come through there and find something very interesting and unique. So natural products such as myself, and talking with individuals and visitors is easy to do.
Yeah. So now on your section with the herbs and stuff, so what type of products do you carry in your section?
So I have loose herbs.
Depends what day it is.
Yeah. That's true too.
Yeah.
Loose herbs, teas that are blended medicinally, and those have been tested by neighbors, family members before I even put them on the shelves.
Okay.
Also salves, which I have been allowed by a lot of the local farmers and neighbors who have extended properties, so I know those herbs that I have picked myself don't have any pesticides or chemicals on them. And you also know where they're from.
Yeah.
And then I have oils too that have been infused with rosemary and roses to help whatever situation is going on. Linen sprays that I have blended myself as well for when people want to spray things onto their clothing to kind of freshen it up, with also knowing that it's chemical free.
Right. Yeah, I tell you that. And if you've been sick or been, you're going to have herbs and stuff. I'm not big on medicine. I'd rather take a herb any day than take medicine, because the medicines, there's so many side effects that you get. But with the herbal stuff, it's more natural.
Yes.
I'll just give you an instance. I was you remember Ron and Jan? Okay. Well, Ron, I had trouble with my prostate, and I was my pH had dropped on my thing from 15 down to 4.5. So I had to have a blood transfusion. I kept taking the medicine the doctor gave me for 2 months. Didn't help. I went up like 1/10 of a point, even after the blood transfusion. And I said something, and Ron said he'd been going to a prostate doctor down there. He's a naturalist down in Florence, Alabama. I said, okay. So he said, I've got a standing appointment every month, me and Jan. He said, I'll just give you mine, and you go down there. So he took me down there. We went, and they put me on natural supplements, and they told me to eat grass-fed beef, halibut, cod, salmon, and something else. I can't remember what the other one. But I did. I didn't eat no chicken, no turkey, no nothing, no pork. And within a matter of 2 months, it jumped like 7 points.
Yeah.
After I'd been on the medicine that they give me, and then went to a naturalist, and it came up. So it does work.
Yeah.
People don't realize it. My wife's got the osteo, so I need to find out about them SAS, because she has trouble with that. But so how long have you been doing the herbal stuff?
Well, as a business, like I mentioned, I started back in 2022.
Okay.
However, my heart for it has been since a child. My grandfather was raised and grew up here in Middle Tennessee, so he understood Appalachian medicine, and it goes actually back to my great-grandparents. My great-grandmother was a midwife, and my great-grandfather was an herbalist. But as a child, my grandfather would pick flowers, and he'd pick up leaves and say, hey, this will help do this, and this will help your tummy. And I would always be in awe when my grandfather would sit, and he would put honey on his fingers, and he would let the bees just come and sit, and we would just sit there and talk, and they would never sting him.
Oh, no, they don't.
And they knew, he knew, and we would just talk about nature itself and how it provided for you.
It amazes me because my son's wanting to do the bees, and I've got a beehive that got started in my building, and it's covered with bees. And I just go up and look in just to see what they're doing, because they've never stung me. But but if you swing at them, they're going to sting you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just got to be gentle. But when some people come in, what is one of your favorite products that you would recommend to, say, a customer?
Okay, well, when you come into the welcome corner, one of the favorite products is our mice. Okay. And it is because they are...
they're felt mice, not real.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say, our felt mice. They are seasonal. They have careers or holiday. My favorite are the Christmas mice. I actually have an entire Christmas tree decorated in the felt Christmas mice with Briar Rose herbs and teas. My lotion bars are a favorite. They're very soothing to the skin. They're a delightful scent. They're also just great for gift giving. Also, another one is our shower steamers. Everybody enjoys those, especially with the sinuses here in Middle Tennessee. You know,
tell me about it.
You know, it converts just getting some medicine into you just to, just having an enjoyable shower. And then I have to say, Lisa loves my plantain salve. Yes. And this year I've amped it up with blending yarrow with it because she really likes to get into the poison ivy. Yeah. And
oh boy. You don't like me either.
And so that's her favorite because it helps calm, it draws out and dries up the irritation on the skin.
I tell you, it ain't nothing, if you never had poison ivy or poison oak, it ain't nothing worse than that. Mm-hmm. My son, one time we was at church and he thought it'd be fun, so he went over and touched, because it didn't bother him, he touched some poison oak. And he come up, "Hey, Dad," and he touched my arm just with his finger. Yep. It went all over my chest. I'm going, "Do you ever do that again? I'm going to beat you." I'm giving him a lesson.
Some salve.
So tell me a little bit about what being a small business in Bell Buckle's like. What do you love about it?
Of course, I love to stay busy. And it's just the excitement of always meeting different people.
Yeah.
We're always, if they're on a mission to find something, about 90% of the time we can find it for them.
Right.
Our shop, we're always trying to help everybody.
Right.
So if we don't have it in our shop, we're going to send them to another shop to be able to get what they want. And then they come back down and they're like, I found it, you know. Hearing their stories. I love to watch the people that come in that have their phone open with TikTok or Instagram because we're on it.
Yeah.
And they're here because they saw us through social media. And they're like, this place is, I use the word again, magical.
Yeah.
And we saw that there, so we wanted to come see it in person.
Yeah.
And we get that a lot. And we get a lot of out of the country.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say that's probably...
A lot of out of country.
Of course, being the web school being there,
Yes.
you have a lot of foreign students that are up there. So, and I think the last time we were there, I think at the time I was there, it was like 13 or 14 countries represented.
It actually went up. I think it'll be a little different this year, but we had 24 countries represented last year.
Yeah, and those parents come in from those countries and they tour Bell Buckle, so it's a great opportunity.
They want to know that they're where their child is being dropped off and everybody, what they can do in town, and it's neat to meet the different, and then of course to watch all of the students grow up.
No, I know.
How many students have you seen?
I don't know how many I've seen graduate.
Exactly, and now they're coming in, and Jonathan came in the other day. He's graduated college. He's going to be a United Airlines pilot.
Oh, cool.
And I'm like, wait a minute, you were just in high school the other day.
Yeah, I know.
I've been here too long now.
Yeah. So, how do you think, Tina, the businesses complement us? She mentioned a little bit about it, but how do you think?
Well, definitely complementing with, we'll have wives come in, and their husbands can go in the back and grab a coffee,
right?
And they can find a nice couch, sit on the couch and find a chair or a book, and then the wife will come and enjoy meandering through the shop. Or people come in and they'll place their lunch orders, and then they know, I have a birthday gift I need, or can you recommend something? They do enjoy natural products,
right?
So I help them go through the shop, and while they're waiting on to pick up their lunch, and then they've gotten two things. They killed two birds with one stone, basically.
Well, that's good. Mm-hmm. So we just got a few more minutes. So what would you say to someone who's never spent a day exploring Bell Buckle?
You're missing a lot.
Okay.
Definitely missing an experience. And I think that's where we try to really work with all of the festivals and the businesses and just all of the the little details in Bell Buckle is that it's an experience and something that you're going to come back generationally. I mean, you're going to bring your daughter, then you're going to bring your granddaughter and your grandson, and it's going to continue. You know, I've had recent people come in that remember our building back when it had pinball and a pool table.
Yeah, I remember somebody telling me about that.
They talk about it, and they're like, well, I can remember when, back in the 70s and the 80s, and so...
I think it was a restaurant of some kind at one time.
Yep.
And then a pharmacy,
yes,
I think.
Yes. Yep, that's the picture that we have up there. And so it's just, it brings back good memories for them, and then they're also making memories while they're there.
Well, why is supporting a local businesses so important? What do you think?
Supporting local businesses encourage dreams.
Yeah.
It encourages creativity.
I agree with that.
And that can happen generational.
Yeah.
And it starts in that town, and it helps financially. It helps just the spirit that's there, and then it branches out too.
Yeah.
And it lets the younger generation know, watching their parents start from something small and it grow, that they can do the same thing.
Yeah. I think that's the key. Any business is you start out small, but if you get the other people involved, help you, and that's always what I think is people need to be members of the chambers, their local chambers, because those businesses already have started, and they can help a new business get started and give them ideas and stuff, and you can feed off of each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, being in the coffee shop business, I'd been in the restaurant motel, but when we went to the coffee shop and James had it, and he told me what they was doing. Told my wife, I said, they want to sell it. I said, I'm going to go home. So I went home and talked to Vicki, and I said, I think we could do it. I want you to come look. So we went and looked, and then, of course, you were like me. You've been in there several times with me and seen how it was doing. But I sat there and looked at it, and I thought, well, they need to do this. And I sat for about 2 weeks just watching it, the interaction with the customers, and all. I thought, this could be done. We can make this better, and so that's what we did. And then when we got it going pretty good, and then y'all took over and even got it better, I think, and it's really grown, especially since you got the extra
Once
space.
we bought the building and opened the wall, because it was, it was just half of the building.
Right.
Opening that wall drew light all the way through. It's actually helped all of the businesses behind us, the ice cream parlor, and now we have a boutique back there in the beauty parlor, because people can just walk in the front and they go out the back. And some people didn't even know that the coffee shop was
on
there.
the corner. They'd stop. And I kept telling James, I said, I need that front. Can you, no, they didn't want to do it. But we still drawed them around the corner and got them there. But if that had been open, it brought in foot traffic because they could see through.
Yeah.
And then
especially on rainy days.
And then now that since you got the sign out there telling you coffee, I think that really helps. And I know Bell Buckle for a long time, but y'all work together on a lot of projects. Y'all have a lot of things coming up. What's our next big event?
Our next big event should be Rhythm and Rescues, which is in September. It's on Saturday the 19th, and that event is local music and local animal rescues. We invite any and all animal rescues to come out and put up a tent. We're trying to get animals rescued good to their homes, to their new homes. We're also fundraising for, this year we're fundraising for Friends of Animals, which is a Moore County animal rescue center. Last year we did Beasley Animal, and we'll change it every year so that we can try to share the fundraising. But it is an annual event, and again, it's Saturday, September 19th.
And it's in on the back stage where it used to be. I called it Captain Rodney's stage, but I don't know what they named it now.
It's just the stage lot because the chamber does own it now. But but yeah, it is on that, and we've got some good music. We just got Mandy Barnett.
Well, cool.
And she will be our guest that's going to be there, as well well as Annie Selleck. And then we do have some locals. One of my baristas will be singing.
Cool.
Mariah's going to be with us singing, and then a couple ladies out of Franklin and some out of Wartrace.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
That's going to be great. Yeah. And I know the next one after that's
Craft
the web
fair.
show. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the very next week, we shift right into Halloween, which both Tina and I co-chair. So
That's good.
Yep. So we go right from craft fair into Halloween, and then right into Christmas.
Are we going to do the haunted house again?
We are.
Good.
Yes, that is. We handle everything on that lot.
Yeah.
And it's a great family event. Every year it grows. Halloween, we do wristbands for $5,
Yeah.
and the kids get to just go and enjoy all of the games.
Little
and then-
activities. Yeah, I know
Yes.
we volunteered for it there when they first, then they stopped it for a few years because of the COVID and stuff.
we wanted to bring it back.
Yeah,
and so we have one house that really does it up for Halloween with the haunted house. So we have added a haunted hayride that actually takes you to the house and then brings you back around to the field,
cool.
so you can enjoy all of it.
Well, that's great. So wrapping up, what would y'all suggest people to do coming to Bell Buckle? How would you say I get them there? What would you say is one thing that might bring people to Bell Buckle?
Oh, wow.
It'd be a hard one. This is a hard one. This is off the cuff here.
I know. Come try the fried pies. It's something definitely different. I know that sounds odd, but Mama Phillips has been, and she's at the Bluebird Ice Cream Parlor.
Yeah.
She's in her 90s,
Yep.
and she still comes there early in the morning to make the fried pies. So grab one of those.
Yep.
Come to the coffee shop.
Yep.
Grab you a coffee. Make sure you get a picture in front of the mural.
There you go.
And at some point, a train is going to come by,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then sit down on the
can chase
bench
that.
and just take it all in.
Yeah, everybody, if they've never been to Bell Buckle, to me, that's the main part. Being a railroad community,
Yes.
you know, the track comes right through there, and just watching people's expression, especially the little kids, when they see that train coming through, it's like, wow, a train! I get to actually see a train,
And it's right there.
Oh yeah, and it's right in your face.
And I never realized that there are people out there that have never seen a train before.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I've lived in a couple different places where the train has just been down the street, so I didn't even think about
Well, yeah, my dad was a railroader, my grandfather too, so I was used to being around trains, but most people don't. I mean,
when they hit the door running, you know they've never seen one.
Oh yeah, you can when that whistle blows, buddy, they're all running to the thing to see it. Well, I want to thank you, ladies, for coming today. Bell Buckle is a great town to visit, and I know the coffee shop's good.
Yes,
It is.
Briar Rose, I'm gonna come see some herbs.
Thank you.
Brandon, thank you, sir. We're ready to go.
At First Community Bank, we're more than just a place to deposit your paycheck. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your community partners. Whether it's helping you buy your first home, saving for college, or offering a loan to get your dream off the ground, we're here every step of the way. For over 35 years, we've been proud to serve the people of Bedford County. When you bank with us, you're not just a customer, you're part of the family. First Community Bank, your hometown bank. Stop by today. We're just right down the road. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At First Community Bank, this ain't our first rodeo. We've been helping folks find financial success since 1988, and we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. We put our friends and neighbors first. That means no waiting around and no beating around the bush. Just plain good banking built on lasting relationships. Learn more at firstcommunitybanker.com. First Community Bank. Friends and neighbors first. Member FDIC. Equal Housing Lender.